When a Badge Huntsman faces off against a spider-hunting scorpion, it's a head-to-tail battle. The Badge Huntsman is a running, climbing master of one-on-one combat. Equally at home on the ground and among the grass. It's the commando of this forest, and it has the stripes to prove it.
Badge Huntsmen are really attractive huntsman spiders. They've got this gorgeous patch on its belly that's black and sometimes purpley colors. When they're defending themselves, they'll rear up their legs and show the bands on their legs.
Every Badge Huntsman species has a unique pattern, mimicking an all-seeing eye. The war paint makes them look big and mean. They're also built for speed.
They have essentially rotated their legs from this posture in most of the spiders into a sideways posture. The movement of these legs and the changing of the joints means that they're able to move very rapidly side to side.
Blindingly quick, Badge Huntsmen chase down their prey in any part of the forest.
The Badge Huntsmen are very, very fast spiders. The underside of their legs are covered with something known as scopula. These act as suction cups so that they can essentially walk upside down anywhere.
When they attack, they inject a toxic cocktail with two super sharp fangs. The venom first paralyzes, then triggers cell death. These poison darts mean the Badge Huntsman is not afraid to take on bigger opponents. This katydid is about to be toast. Actually, once those digestive juices go to work, it's more like a green smoothie. But fancy badges don't cut it with these guys. Spider hunting scorpions. And they've been around the block a few times.
Scorpions outlasted the dinosaurs. They outlasted the Neanderthals. They've made it through every form of climate change imaginable. The reason is that they're incredibly adaptable and very skilled predators.
Fast on its feet, a tough armored shell, the spider hunting scorpion is a small, mobile fighter with a long reach.
The pincers are an effective weapon because they're very long. This gives the scorpion a really good reach, making it difficult for another animal to get close without being grabbed and stung.
With claws that grab and a stinger that delivers paralyzing venom, it's a stealthy nocturnal hunter, an all-night diner with an appetite for fresh spider. Two forest killers are about to face off. Tooth and tail.
What I would suggest that this huntsman spider do is approach it from the back end, grab the tail so it can't sting it, and bite the tail, and then I would back off.
It's an old-fashioned duel, but there's no code of honor. This will be a duel to the death. It's midnight in the forest. as two killers face off. Each waiting for the other to make a move. The spider opens with a sidestep, but the scorpion grabs its leg. The wound is a badge of courage for this huntsman.
There's a predetermined juncture in most spiders where they're able to lose the legs, and there is a sphincter that closes off so the spider doesn't bleed to death.
But she's not the only spider prowling in the forest tonight. Another huntsman comes along, flashing its badge. But after tasting spider flesh, the scorpion's keen for more. Now it's back for a kill. The Badge Huntsman will attack with lightning speed and hypodermic fangs. The spider killer grabs first and tries to land a death blow. But the huntsman fends off the stinger with its long legs, hoping to sink in its fangs.
When the scorpion gets into a difficult tussle, he uses his pincers and his tail like a wrecking ball, just throwing them around, hoping to knock the prey off their feet. And if they stumble, bang, they get in a sting.
The wrecking ball overcomes the commando and lands a clean shot to the back of the Badge Huntsman's head.
The scorpion's venom acts very, very quickly on the prey. It's like a flow of burning acid through the body. Starts shutting down the vital organs and the nervous system. Once the venom's in the bloodstream, it's good night and don't come back.
No need to hurry this meal. Meat always tastes better if it's hung. The scorpion feasts on its victim's body. A once proud badge of honor is trash on the forest floor. When a red-thighed wandering spider and a black-tailed scorpion shoot it out, one of them is bound for Boot Hill. With tough body armor and a lethal back end, the black-tailed scorpion is a force to be reckoned with.
The blacktail is a pretty large scorpion. It can grow to almost 5 inches in length. It can prey on a large variety of insects and other arthropods, even other scorpions.
Two sharp claws near its mouth pull prey apart and fork it in. Despite poor eyesight, the blacktail is an excellent hunter, using sensory organs called pectines to home in on its next kill.
These are movable comb-like appendages lined with rows of tiny pegs that are very sensitive to chemical and mechanical stimuli. They're totally unique to scorpions, and they sweep them across whatever surface they're walking on to navigate, find a mate, and of course, locate and track prey.
When it locates its target, the scorpion is deadly accurate.
The telson, or stinger, is like an armor-piercing bullet, and the gun that delivers it is the scorpion's tail. When it gets in a clean, swift shot, It drives it straight into the prey's body, delivering the payload, which is venom, and the result is dinner.
Meanwhile, another mean hombre steps out for its evening hunt. The red-thighed wandering spider is a rainforest drifter, a dangerous loner who hunts under the cover of darkness.
These are one of the few spiders that instead of backing off when it's nervous about you approaching, tends to come forward. These are scary spiders.
The vivid red on its legs is like war paint, a warning to predators to back off. When it attacks, it's super swift, amazingly agile.
At the tips of their feet, they have thousands of small hairs, and the hair tufts act almost like suction cups, which means that they can walk upside down without a whole lot of problems.
The wandering spider has excellent eyesight. It's also a tactile hunter. Fine sensory hairs detect the faintest vibrations from its soon-to-be victims.
These hairs are known as trichobothria, very sensitive to airborne vibration.
This large katydid is an accomplished killer, but when it puts the wrong foot forward, it doesn't even have time to draw. Huge fangs inject a potent neurotoxin that shuts down the katydid's internal organs. The red thigh ropes its prey with a silk lariat.
They will move around this katydid, trailing a line of silk. And what this line of silk does is it's a simple form of prey wrapping. It's helping tie the katydid onto the tree or onto the vegetation, so it's much less likely to fall off.
Hog-tied, the katydid is devoured. Meanwhile, the black-tailed scorpion is on the prowl. In the inevitable shootout, which one will be left standing?
The scorpion has just one advantage here, and that's weapons on both ends of the body. But I reckon this is too close to call.
It's high moon in the jungle. Two gunslingers are out on the prowl. And on this branch of Main Street, there's only room for one. The red-thighed wandering spider attacks with massive fangs and killer venom. The black-tailed scorpion strikes with its lethal stinger and vicious pincers. Who will land the lethal blow? The red thigh makes the first move. It approaches cautiously, low, outstretched, poised to strike. The blacktail doesn't flinch. It'll be the quick or the dead. The spider only escapes by sacrificing its own leg.
The spider has a predetermined juncture where it can lose a leg, and it's got sphincters that close it off so the spider doesn't bleed to death.
The red thigh licks its wounds. The scorpion now has a taste for red meat.
The wandering spider's leg is a nice appetizer, but the blacktail knows there's a lot more flesh where that came from. He's going to keep hunting it until he gets the full banquet.
The black-tailed scorpion makes its next move.
Grab the prey with a pincher, hold it out at a distance so it can't strike back, and then deliver the venom at a point-blank range. That's a textbook hit. As the venom flows through the spider's body, it shuts down system after system. In fact, it's so fast, it produces an almost instantaneous meltdown.
Another outlaw bites the dust. The scorpion feeds at its leisure. Its two claw-like mouthparts tear off pieces of spider flesh. They're pulled into a pre-oral cavity to be liquefied. It might take hours, but the scorpion will dispose of its victim, skin and all.
Bug wars rarely end in a dignified way. But by the time the blacktail is done mashing up the spider, not even its mother will think it has a pretty face.
In the bug world, beauty and horror will always be partners. When a baby black-tailed scorpion takes on a pirate spider, it's youth versus experience. In the misty rainforests of Central America, it's not all violence and bloodshed. The most vicious murderer can be a mother, too.
Female scorpions give birth to live young, anywhere from a dozen to 24 youngsters at a time. They clamber onto her back, where they ride on her back for anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks.
Her body is a writhing mass. The babies jostle for position. And as any parent knows, it can be tough always having the kids on your back.
Home life isn't always easy for young scorpions because if the mother is starving, she may simply turn around and eat her youngsters.
They're less than an inch long, but already the babies have molted, shedding their exoskeletons and emerging as carbon copy killers. Each one possesses tough body armor, strong, slender pincers lined with sensory hairs, and at the rear end, a vicious sting laced with venom, fast-acting enough to stun almost any bug world opponent. Right now, though, the big bad bug world has come to them. A black jungle stalker is prowling for a kill.
This could be a complete disaster for the mother and her offspring. With the youngsters all over the female's back, she isn't as mobile, her sensing capabilities aren't as good, and so she's kind of compromised. And having these big wandering spiders near her, this is scary stuff.
The black jungle stalker doesn't scare easily. The scorpion shows the young whippersnappers how it's done. But in the skirmish, some of her babies are thrown clear. One of the young males is now on his own in a world bustling with strange creatures.
Look at this little guy. This is totally cute. His palps are covered with sensory hairs, and this is just providing blasts of new sensory information for him as he wanders in the new world.
There is no going back. If he meets his mother again, she will kill him.
One of the issues for baby scorpions is that adult scorpions love to eat baby scorpions. So these guys are at real risk, not only from other predatory insects, but from scorpions themselves.
Fortunately, baby scorpions are genetically programmed to fend for themselves. The killing instinct is hardwired into their DNA. But if this tiny male chooses the wrong target, his first battle could also be his last. Not far away, an experienced hunter waits. Sleek, stealthy, the pirate spider is an ambush predator par excellence.
This is only a small spider, about 1/5 of an inch long, but as the name indicates, it's a predator, and it's not in the habit of taking prisoners either.
This pirate doesn't fly the skull and crossbones. Instead, 2 large spots on her abdomen, like oversized eyes, warn of danger.
When another animal is facing the pirate spider head-on, those 2 false eyes seem to be staring right back at them. Now, we know that they're not real eyes, but to another animal, the pirate spider now appears much larger and threatening.
But there's more to this predator than bluff. Extra long front legs, curved like a pirate's cutlass, are lined with enormous tooth-like spines. They're both sensors and savage weapons.
The spines on the legs are very tough sensory hairs called setae, and they serve 2 purposes. One is to help detect prey, and the other is to help capture it.
It's not just predators who must be wary. Potential mates also put their lives on the line. When this male pirate spider requests permission to climb aboard, he winds up walking the plank.
Clearly, he wasn't her type. Well, at least not for making baby pirate spiders.
Speaking of babies, the young black-tailed scorpion, still out exploring, blunders into pirate spider territory.
It's pretty clear this little scorpion hasn't put together spider and danger in the same concept. So this is going to be a test of how well it's got its instinctive fighting abilities down.
On a leafy jungle floor, a young black-tailed scorpion is a babe in the woods. Just 2 weeks old and hunting his first meal. But when he encounters a pirate spider, his first bug battle could be the death of him. The scorpion will use its strong pincers and deadly sting. The pirate spider has long spiked legs and fangs dispensing lethal venom. Will youth trump experience, or will a young life be cut short? To Scorpion Jr., caution means nothing. He moves in.
The boldness of the naive. That kind of attitude is either going to serve him very well in life, or it's going to end his life very quickly.
The pirate spider is taken aback. She retreats. But the rookie is fearless. The pirate spider gives him a lesson in bug world manners.
This encounter is obviously new territory for the scorpion, so he doesn't know what he's supposed to fear. So how is the pirate spider going to scare him off? It's not going to be easy.
She threatens with her spiked legs. The baby fighter doesn't recognize the danger he's in.
This is really a perilous situation for this young scorpion. One missed shot, and it could be all over.
But the youngster hurls the spider off. making her angry. She waits for the scorpion's vulnerable legs to come within striking range.
The pirate spider will often inflict the first bite onto one of the prey's legs and pin it to the ground while waiting for the venom to take effect.
She is back and deadly serious. Prickly limbs are poised to snap shut. But scorpion killing instincts kick in. The stinger delivers its first lethal injection. Venom floods the spider's nervous system. The pirate is scuttled by beginner's luck. The baby scorpions' claw-like mouthparts tear off chunks of flesh, which are liquefied like baby food and sucked down.
Wow, he is just a little toughy. Instinct has trumped experience in this case, and I think he has a long life ahead of him.
His mother would be proud. The baby has mastered the art of killing. Now all he needs to learn is to clean up after himself. When an Amblypygid clashes with a red forest scorpion, the holy grail is survival itself. The Amblypygid is a rainforest Frankenstein. Part spider, part scorpion.
Amblypygids are closely related to spiders and vinegaroons. They've got 8 legs and 8 eyes.
It shuns the light, spending its days skulking in crevices or under rocks, emerging after dawn to feed. Its armored body is built low to the ground. Lateral grade legs allow it to move in any direction. 2 of those limbs have been modified to act as whip-like antennae.
They're extremely sensitive to the movement of air or other vibrations in its vicinity. They're also very sensitive to odors, which is unusual for an arachnid.
With as many as 148 joints, these whip-like organs can circle its whole body, keeping a 360-degree lookout. And when it locates prey, it crushes them with multi-pronged pedipalps. Those pedipalps are like huge clubs lined with spikes. The Amblypygid will need all its weaponry and heavy armor when it encounters the red forest scorpion. The red forest scorpion is a night stalker who enjoys the thrill of the chase. Scorpions are ultimate hunters. Long, slender pincers, lined with fine sensory hairs, hold prey in a vice-like grip. At the other end, its main strike weapon, a bulbous sting, dispenses fast-acting venom.
If you think cyanide is a powerful toxin, some scorpion venoms are actually over 100 times more potent. This kills their prey extremely fast, stone dead.
This one is hot on the trail of its next kill. Under its body, feathery organs called pectines have picked up a scent.
The scorpion is tapping its pectines on the ground about once every 30th of a second, sensing a chemical trail. The more often it detects the scent, the more accurately it can track the prey.
A large ground spider doesn't realize it's on the radar until it's too late. One sting, and the scorpion feasts. But when the Amblypygid comes by, the conquest might not be quite so easy. In the still of the night, an Amblypygid prowls for fresh meat. Its long-range sensor warns something's coming. The red forest scorpion is also out hunting. Its super-sensitive pectines have picked up the whiff of live flesh. When these two knights of the dark realm go head-to-head, only one will survive. The Amblypygid has crushing club-like claws and blinding speed. The red forest scorpion has a lethal stinger and super-potent venom. Which one will emerge alive? The scorpion lies in wait below the ledge. But the Amblypygid's super-flexible whip has detected it. The scorpion advances. The Amblypygid sidesteps, then attacks from below. The scorpion grabs a leg, while avoiding the Amblypygid's stiletto-tipped clubs. It angles its stinger for a kill shot.
If the Amblypygid manages to catch a scorpion with those spiked pedipalps, it could crush the living daylights out of it. So it's important that the scorpion gets in a sting as quickly as possible.
The Amblypygid locks on, attempting to crush its opponent into submission. But the scorpion's tail is free. The scorpion injects its cocktail of tissue-destroying venom. Before it takes effect, the Amblypygid makes one last-ditch attempt to escape. But the red forest scorpion is not about to lose its grip on this meal. Breaking a leg in two, it begins to feed as the venom takes hold. The Amblypygid flatlines. And in a final indignity, this ancient medieval fighter becomes a free-for-all buffet on the forest floor.